welcome to day 2 of our Disney World trip. So yesterday we were at Magic Kingdom for an annual pass holder preview. Today though is the first official day that the Disney parks are open. So Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom are open today. We are going to be heading to Animal Kingdom and we're really excited to kind of check it out, see how everything is. Right now we are at Copper Creek, which is connected to Wilderness Lodge, so that's where we spent the night last night. We just checked out and we're going to be changing hotels tonight, so tonight we'll be at Animal Kingdom Lodge. So our general plan for today is we're going to go drive over to Animal Kingdom right now. Again, it's opening day, so we're really curious to see if the crowds are going to be as low as they were yesterday in Magic Kingdom for the preview, or if they're going to be a little bit bigger. Animal Kingdom is one of our favorite parks, in large part just because we like walking around and taking in the atmosphere, so we're definitely going to do some of that today. We'll get on some rides, and then the other big thing we really want to try to do is go to Nomad Lounge. So that is one of our favorite bar lounges in all of Disney World, but it's really small, so I'm not sure how seating is going to work, but we're going to try to get in there. Animal Kingdom closes at 6 p.m., so they're shortened hours right now at the parks. And so once we're done at the park today, we'll go and move over to Animal Kingdom Lodge, check in there, and then we might go grab dinner either there or somewhere else around the Disney resort. So we're really excited to share it all with you. Thanks for following along with us.
So we are headed into Animal Kingdom, and they have all the brand new security buildings built. They've got the temperature check over here in the white tents, and it looks like a pretty good setup. It is about 9 o'clock, so it's an hour after open, which is why there's not much of a crowd. We weren't really too interested in getting up early after our long day and drive yesterday, but we're excited to be back. So this is the temperature check. Show you what it is with Sarah. It's incredibly easy.
How are you?
And that's it. Just like that, you're in. Hand sanitizer is right here available. And the amazing new security here at Animal Kingdom means you do not have to take anything out of your bag. You literally just keep everything in your bag and walk through the new security here. It is the best security that they have anywhere now. And just like that, we're through security. So again, all you have to do at this new security is take out your umbrellas from your backpack. Everything else can just stay where it is. They did ask us to put our phones above our head, and you just walk through. Took half a second, no stopping, no bag search, completely contactless. And I have to say, if you're a photographer, this is the greatest thing ever, because I used to have to go through your camera bags every single time, which is always a pain. But the new security is amazing, and there is nobody here right now. All right, here we go. We're heading into Animal Kingdom.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try and do a few outdoor things to start the morning because it's gonna be a pretty hot day. And then after that, I don't know what our plans are.
We'll explore.
Yeah, the only thing we really want to do is go to Nomad if it is an option. We're not sure how busy that'll be, but other than that, we'll bring you along.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How was it today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
All right, no fingerprint scanning to kind of keep that safety issue going. And we are into Animal Kingdom. And there are just no people here. I do imagine they're all over at Flight of Passage. We'll check all the wait times here in a little bit. But as of right now, Animal Kingdom, the Tree of Life, it's just empty here. Well, if you ever wanted a chance to get up close and personal with the Tree of Life with no people around, this is definitely the time to do it. We are up front. I just took a couple of quick photos on this camera from back a little ways of an empty entire front area. And if you look behind me over here, the only real people in this area are Jeff and Tina, who are here with us. And there is the tree.
So the cast members are always super friendly, but today was extra special. They were all here welcoming you in, making compliments to everyone. And so I think because there were so few of us, it was easy for them to interact with everyone, but they're the ones that bring the magic. So it's awesome that the park's empty, but you do still get that Disney feeling because of them.
Animal Kingdom is back open. Off in the distance, there's actually a kangaroo up there. You can see him hopping around right now, right behind this giant bird up front.
Look at the kangaroo! My goodness!
Well, we've got a few birds still hanging around. In addition to spots where you can use hand sanitizer, they do have these occasional portable hand washing stations around. I haven't seen anyone use them, but they are here. Soap, water, paper towels if you want to wash your hands outside of a restroom or something like that. Alright, so we are back by the safari. It's a stated 5-minute wait time. I think we are going to probably walk through this queue and hop on this ride. Okay, so the safari, we were told, has a mask optional policy, which I think I don't really like. Yes, there's plexiglass, but it makes it kind of confusing for guests. Well, hey, this is a ride, you can take your masks off. Why can't I take it off on other rides? It doesn't really make sense. Why wouldn't you just make people wear a mask on this ride like you do all the others? Keep it consistent, and I think that would reduce some of the issues of people thinking, can I take a mask off here or there? It's just, you are in Disney, you have to wear a mask at all times, but they didn't ask me, so the policy is currently masks are optional on the safari. So there are some plexiglass dividers here in the queue of the safari as well, once the lines get close by, just kind of to keep that social distancing. And we are here. Thank you so much. Okay, so we just got off of the safari. We actually decided not to ride it after getting on the vehicle, and the reason is we did not feel safe. This is the first ride in Disney that we really felt they did not do a good job with. Yes, there is some plexiglass dividers between each row, but they don't extend all the way to the top or bottom. Masks are optional, and they are filling every row. So yes, it probably is okay to go on it, but there's no reason that we should go on it if we didn't feel comfortable with it, considering how often we come to Disney, how many times we've been on the safari, and how awesome Disney's doing on every other ride. So Disney really did not do a good job on the safari, in our opinion, to the point where we just got out of line and left the ride. All right, we are on the Wild Africa trek, I think the Gorilla Falls trek, and we're checking out some of the animals. We're trying to get some of the outdoor stuff done before it gets too hot today, because it is going to be a warm day. And we spoke to some cast members. They said pretty much everything in the trails is open. The only thing they're doing is bypassing the bird enclosure. So before coming in here, a cast member told us that the bird area was actually not available, that you were bypassing it, but the one on the Gorilla Falls trek is here, and we're currently walking through it. I don't know what it's like on some of the other treks, if they have those blocked off or not, but at least here on Gorilla Falls, the bird area is open, and so the full trek seems to be operational.
Oh my God! They're like a million little birds.
So he is feeding the birds right now.
They're so pretty.
Oh my God! It's like a million of them.
All right, I guess feeding time's over. Nope, he's coming back with more. And they just follow him around. He's clicking a little thing with food. And he's feeding them by hand. So here in with the gorillas, there are social distancing markers all along the ground. When you get up to the glass, there are little green circles that you can stand on, and you have to wait until the party ahead of you has moved on. But that way everybody remains spaced out while still getting to see the gorillas. And here are those markers.
The mommy, she's got a 5-year-old, 10-year-old, and 14-month-old. So all we're missing is her son and daddy, which are probably both behind that rock. You see there to your left. As soon as the dock becomes available, back to the top.
And this is the green dot everybody's waiting for. Because there's the gorillas.
So these are all siblings?
Yes. The kids.
They're all the kids, okay.
That's mom right there.
And mom right here.
Oh, so we have the baby gorillas here, just hanging out, playing around. Got gorillas down there as well. But they're just enjoying the shade on this morning. That gorilla area is really cool. They have a real tiny baby. I think it was just a few months old, and they have it really well spaced out. Everybody gets to take their turn. You stay and view that baby for as long as you want. And once your party's done, you kind of just move forward, and they have the nicely spaced out areas, so you never have a bunch of people crowding you to check out that little baby, because that's really what everybody's there for. And so far, this trek has been really fun. It's got a lot of shade. There's a ton of animals out this morning, and there are cast members everywhere answering questions, helping make that experience that much better. So it has been an awesome time here on the Gorilla Falls trek.
Skull that gives them that peanut-shaped head. Spike's head is a lot more round. And that's important because it's where their jaw muscles attach. So a big one shows strong jaw muscles, a good protector. The other thing they look for is a really strong backside and thigh area.
The cast member here just told us that there are 4 bachelor gorillas that are together here. They've been together for almost 23 years, and that is the longest amount of time that a set of bachelor gorillas have lived together in captivity in the world. So that's a pretty cool fact. They're still together today, so that 23 years, and it is still counting.
So we just did the trek, which is going to be the one walkthrough area right by the safari, and honestly, it was probably just about as good as the safari. So we still hopefully can catch the safari either later today or sometime later this trip where we feel safe. But we saw like an okapi, the zebras were out, we saw the gorillas, and the cast members were all there sharing tons of information. It's not too hot out yet right now, so it's getting there. But it was a beautiful kind of walk. We might actually go over and see if the other one is open, walk through that a little bit, and then we're gonna try to catch Nomad Lounge.
We just came across the first relaxation station we've seen here in Animal Kingdom, and it is out back by the Up Bird Show behind the Tree of Life, which you can see there in the distance. And this is that area where you can take off your masks if you want. This one's a little bit tighter fit than the one we saw at Magic Kingdom, which was in Tomorrowland Terrace, which had a ton of space. But you can come in here. They've got fans, shade, and just an area to kind of get that mask off if you need a few minutes. So a lot of shows are not currently running, but here at Animal Kingdom, the Up Adventure Bird Show is playing, and they have a number of different show times. They're asking people to sit every other row, and in addition to that, to space out 6 feet apart. And so depending on what our day looks like, we may try and check out one of these shows a little bit later, but right now we are headed to the other trek.
All right, we are now going to go into the Maharajah trek. So this one, I believe, has the tigers. Hopefully they're out, and we're going to just kind of explore it. All right, we just stepped into the Maharaj trek. So this is going to be the other trek. It's back by Kali River Rapids. So it's not too hot still, so we're just gonna walk through, kind of enjoy this, and then maybe we'll do some more indoor stuff later on. Definitely gonna try to get that Nomad. But I think the tigers are in here, or I know the tigers are in here. I'm hoping that they're out today, but we're gonna go kind of check them out.
All right, well, no tigers yet. we'll keep moving, seeing if we find any a little further on, but this is the first part of their enclosure. All right, so we did find the tiger. She is not interested in doing anything on this hot day, just taking a quick nap by one of the windows.
We just saw the tiger, so it was out. The cast members shared some information with us, so they actually have 4 tigers here. However, they rotate them between different captivities because they're best when they're left alone. That one actually was one of the cubs that, I say babies, they were babies I guess 3 years ago they were born about. But that's one of them, so that is one of the cubs that's now 3. So we're excited we got to see one.
Her name's Anala.
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 Yeah, like Nala from the Lion King with an A on the front. Yeah,
Anala.
it means fire.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We got to meet Anala, so it was really fun.
All right, it does seem like all the bird areas are in fact open, so the treks are fully running.
So just looking around, and a lot of the birds are small, but there is a giant bird in a tree over here. Look at it sitting up there. So it may not look that big on camera, but it's probably the size of my head at least. If I could jump up there and show you, it's at least this big, sitting up on the branch.
All right, so we have now done both of the treks here at Animal Kingdom. We love them. They're a ton of fun. There's a lot of shade. They were pretty quiet this morning. Not surprised considering most people I think come in and try and get as many rides in as they can. But like I said, it's a fun time. You get to go at your own pace. So if it's hot, move slow, enjoy the shade, check out a bunch of animals in their own habitats. And we were happy because we got to see some tigers today, which is pretty cool. And now we're gonna go to Nomad and then probably do some rides this afternoon. All right, so that is the new character interaction. We're actually right out front of where you would normally meet Mickey and Minnie, and all of these actual character interaction locations are closed. It's now just these little parades that you saw in Magic Kingdom, and like here on the boat, they're driving around the water, but that's how you interact with characters now with the social distancing in place. You do still get to see characters, it's just gonna be from afar, and you don't really get to take pictures with them or get up close to interact with them. But it is nice that they're still out and you're able to actually see those characters. And it's kind of cool because it's in a unique way that you normally wouldn't be able to see.
We just walked over and Nomad Lounge should be opening here in about 5 minutes. So we're gonna go there, grab a drink, take a break, maybe get some snacks and just relax for a bit. It's starting to now get warmer out, so this will be a good break. And then maybe we'll try to do some like indoor rides after or wander around a bit more. So I'm not quite sure what our plans will be afterwards, but we definitely are ready for a break. So Nomad Lounge is one of our favorites.
So this is the modified menu here at Nomad Lounge. They got a few drinks. And then just a few small plates, like the Nomad Bowls, Impossible Sliders, bread service, and churros. But again, it's not their normal full menu, but there is enough on here that we are still excited to stop in. Check-in podium with plexiglass. And there it is. So the new setup here at Nomad is you tell them your party size and they actually walk you to a seat. So, oh, we got a little sidetracked. All right, back to finding our seats. And here we are.
All right, so we just sat down and they gave us these papers. So you scan the QR code and it will bring up the menu with the drinks and you're good to go.
So out back of Nomad Lounge, they normally have larger seating arrangements, but they've minimized them all here. And you're not allowed to move anything, so if you have a larger party, you either have to sit apart or sit inside. But the reasoning is all of these seats are now 6 feet apart from each other, so it is just to maintain that social distancing. But again, if you are used to coming here with the big U-shaped seats and having a lot of space for a larger party, that is not currently happening, but it is still nice to be here and to be out back. All right, so here's the bread service. What we're starting with. It's not quite like Sanaa's, but it is still pretty good. A bunch of different types of bread, 3 sauces. I got a leaping lizard, and Sarah got a high tower, and then our actual meals will be out here shortly. The rest of our meal has come out. We each got Impossible sliders, so that's what you see here. We're splitting churros, and there's Sarah's sliders to go with our bread service and our drinks. Looks really good. All right, I don't think you can actually tell by the video, but it is an absolute downpour right now. I mean, it is pouring outside, and this is the one concern we actually had about how the social distancing is going to work out, is what do they do when it rains? Because everybody is going to want to get out of the rain, and there's only so many areas that are covered that we're not really sure what or how they're going to maintain that distancing during a rainstorm, but it doesn't matter for us right now because we are happy here at Nomad. Checks come in a disposable one-time use little packet where there's your bill, you give them your credit card, and that's maintaining minimal contact.
We are just finishing up here at Nomad, so just finishing up our drinks, and then we're gonna head back out to the park. So again, while you're sitting and eating in your little space, you're able to take your mask off to eat and drink, and then once you start walking or going out in the park, you need to keep the mask on. Everything at Nomad was really good. It worked out perfect because we avoided the rain, but now the sun is back out. We're gonna go, and I think we're gonna try to get on some rides. So the ride wait times right now, I think pretty much everything was 5 minutes. Kali is open, so most of the rides are all open. I think there might have been one ride that was maybe 10 minutes, so I just can't recall right now what that was, but it was not Flight of Passage. So yeah, we're gonna go check some of those out and we'll see what we get up to.
So this is the inside of Nomad. We are out on the back patio, but they have plenty of spacing in here. People are not close by. They're keeping the tables separated, cleaned. It's really safe. They have no bar seating currently, so that has been removed, and it is filled with plexiglass dividers to keep the bartenders safe. And then even in here at Tiffin's, they have pretty good spacing. I don't want to go in there because there are people eating, but they are spacing people out in there as well, and in all the other various rooms of the Tiffin's dining. So they're doing a really good job keeping everybody safe and spaced out. We had a great time, and we're looking forward to coming back. So we did essentially rope drop Nomad Lounge at 11 o'clock to ensure we got a seat right away, and it is completely full now. I will say that the people in line, I did just walk by them and heard them saying they've been waiting close to an hour to get in. So if you are really set on visiting Nomad, I would highly encourage you to do so right at Nomad Lounge time open, which is 11 o'clock. That way you can avoid waiting in line, because there is minimal seating, and it is all because of that social distancing. So again, get there as soon as you can if it's something you really want to do. Otherwise, you may end up waiting longer than some of the rides. All right, we are heading into Pandora, and I hope that the queue never gets this long. But here is the start of the Flight of Passage, I assume Flight of Passage, social distancing queues. I guess I haven't been in Pandora yet this trip, so this could be for a river journey, but I don't exactly know. We're gonna go find out and explore a little bit. Okay, so this is the social distancing extended queue for Flight of Passage because it goes around up here to the right. So again, all the lines do look like they are huge if they are taking up all this extra space. But our experience so far is everything has gone so quick. It is just so spaced out, and that's why the lines seem longer. I wouldn't really be too concerned. In fact, right now, all the wait times in Animal Kingdom are 10 minutes or less. So there is still tons of PhotoPass out here, and most of them don't have many lines. So we are actually going to grab one right now here in Pandora before we hit on a couple of rides. So we are currently at a 5-minute wait for Flight of Passage. I don't know how far the line goes back, but I can see up onto the bridge in front of the waterfall, and there is nobody in line up there, which is kind of surprising just given how spaced out everyone is. Most of the lines have been longer in terms of where they go, not in terms of how long you're in them, but they have just been spread out more, but that doesn't even seem to be the case here. So we're excited to go check this one out. So lots of social distancing markers still throughout the queue, though it doesn't look like any of them are going to be used today, as everything is 5 minutes. Still no line. So we are still just walking non-stop. We haven't started the queue yet, and we are already inside of the mountain. So it looks like it's going to be a very short queue, even in terms of how far we are walking, which is kind of nice. It's also a fun experience just to kind of get to see this queue without having to also deal with the long wait that goes along with normally seeing it, because it is kind of a fun queue to walk through. So more empty space. More empty space. Still haven't reached anybody. So that was kind of fun.
Thank you for visiting us today. Just a few reminders. Please wear a face covering. Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you.
All right, that was just the safety briefing that is played continuously throughout the entire park, just every few minutes, just kind of reminding guests what to do and how to remain safe in the park. All right, so we still have not stopped walking. We're now in the lab. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And just like that, we are to the link chamber portion of the queue, and we have never stopped walking. Hey, how are you? There's 4 of us. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. Absolute non-stop walking, and I think there's 3 parties in front of us. Plexiglass dividers to keep all the rows separately. This is unlike anything we've ever experienced on this ride. That queue was quicker than the Fast Pass on a normal day, and to be honest, I just can't believe how few people are in this ride. I don't know where people are currently in Animal Kingdom, but it's not in Flight of Passage. Our party of 4 was assigned 9 through 12. The first room is not running, and we're just taking you right into this second room. And they are handing out glasses. There's 4 of us. They're limiting the room to 3 parties. We are no longer using the numbered standing points. We are standing as a party on each of the 3 red dots.
Can everyone see me?
And that's providing adequate distancing between each
Great.
group.
Welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage.
Attention drivers, stow your gear on the back wall and then get onto the link chair the way we showed you in the video. Then put on your flight visors. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, remain seated, lean forward, holding onto the hand grips, and supervise your children.
Para su seguridad, durante toda esta experiencia deberán...
Restraints activated.
Right after lunch.
Right after lunch, okay, drink.
We're coming behind you, Tiffany, your restraints, so that
step off the link chair, gather your belongings, and exit the link chamber.
Yep. We just got off a flight of passage and it was a complete walk-on, so we didn't have to stop at all. We paused a little bit to take in the queue. When you got to the ride, they didn't have that first setup room. They just had you walk straight through where he has the normally, and then they just went to the part that did more of the safeties. They have it so it's 3 groups, so you have 3 dots, so 1 dot per group, so you're spread out pretty well in there. And then when it gets to the ride, we had like the half of the ride was just our party. So it's very well spaced out. We weren't near anybody, and then you got off the ride. So yeah, the ride itself is pretty much the same as what it normally is, with the screen and the wind and the water effects, but the queue and kind of setting up to that ride is what's different now.
5 minutes here as well. About as short of a wait time as you could hope for.
Right? Enjoy your guys.
Welcome back, y'all. Thank you.
We are heading right on to Navi River Journey. This is going to be a walk-on as well. There are no lines here in Pandora today, which is kind of surprising. I figured if there were going to be lines in Animal Kingdom, this is where they'd be. But they're not, and everything is just a straight walk-on, which is pretty awesome. I doubt we'll ever see lines this short again, so it is kind of fun to take advantage of it. But I will say it is a hot day, which is kind of making it a little bit uncomfortable out here with the humidity. But overall, it's been a pretty fun experience here at Animal Kingdom on opening day.
We walked right into the ride queue, so we're just about to get on the river journey.
Welcome, travelers. For your safety.
Viva.
So we just got off of the Navi River Journey, and we were a party of 4, so we got our own boat. They put 2 of us in each row. They are giving each party, regardless of the size, their own boat. There is plenty of distancing there as well. However, I will say, we walked straight on, no parties in front or behind us, and when we got off, there were 0 parties in line waiting to get on. We probably honestly could have just hopped back in line and ridden again. But overall, they are keeping you plenty spaced off in the Navi River Journey, and it was a great experience. Okay, so this is what it's like in Pandora right now. We have 1 couple who just got a picture taken with PhotoPass. We have 6 cast members. We have the 2 girls, Sarah and Tina. We have a woman sitting on the bench, Jeff, and another couple who is just leaving. There is literally nobody else here in Pandora, except for now I see a small family walking in. Really what this comes down to is I'm shocked how few people are in the park right now. I don't know where they are. I don't know if everybody's just at Magic Kingdom today because it is opening day. If that's the case, I'm double excited that we chose to come to Animal Kingdom right now. But it has just been an unbelievably unique and amazing experience here today. And every single ride has been 5 minutes or less. People have been spaced out. It's just been an unbelievably fun day here.
So in Magic Kingdom, there weren't very many carts, but Jeff just went over and grabbed a Powerade. So they do have some of the beverage carts here.
It is 1:30 here in Animal Kingdom, and because the crowds have been so small, we actually all decided to go back to the hotels to take a little bit of a break, relax. We're gonna check in because tonight we're actually at Animal Kingdom, Kadani Village. So we're gonna head over there, and then we're all gonna come back to the park tonight around 4 to spend about the last 2 hours here, enjoying a few more rides and wandering around, taking in the sights, and just enjoying ourselves after it's cooled off a little. But because the crowds have just been so non-existent here, we got through everything we wanted far quicker than we thought we would. So rather than finishing up in the next hour or so, we're gonna get out of the sun. This is the DVC side of Animal Kingdom. And we have a nice welcome sign that says telling you if you can go straight to your room if you've done the online check-in, but there is still cast members here if you need any help. The store very clearly is labeled exit only at this side, where the entrance is going to be at the other end. And if you've ever stayed at Animal Kingdom Jambo House, this is a much smaller lobby, but it does still have a pretty awesome view out to the savannah. It's going to be too bright to see that now, but let me see if I can fix that. Alright, through that window you can see some giraffes. There's some cattle in the distance. Sanaa's right downstairs here as well. They've got some nice outdoor sitting areas around the lobby as well. And here's what the lobby looks like. So we've been here a few times to eat at Sanaa, one of our favorite restaurants, but this is the first time that we have stayed here. And so far, we're very happy with it. And again, if you need to speak to a cast member, they are still working at the front desk. They're just encouraging you to use mobile check-in if you're able to. So we have giraffes over here eating. In fact, this one's walking towards us right now. We've got some cattle, some small white deer type animals in the distance. The giraffe's actually really coming close. And this is just right off the lobby of the Kadani Village. So a lot of rooms actually have savannah view, as you can see over here. Again, we are not in one, but we have stayed in them before at the Jambo House, and a savannah view room is pretty awesome. And right over here are the zebra I was talking about that you could see through the window at the lobby. And then there's even a little baby zebra out there. So it's really cool just to be able to come out, see all these animals, not in cages, just walking around the savannah, and it's just a really neat experience.
Here's a tour of a one-bedroom suite at Kadani Village. So this is going to be next to Animal Kingdom Lodge. It's just the DVC side. As being part of DVC, one bedroom, you have a washer and a dryer. So that's really nice. They put some soap there for you to use. There are 2 full baths in this room. So we have a full shower here with a toilet and sink there. And then next to this is going to be the main living room space. So you have a space where you can sit and eat. There's a large TV and a chair. And then over here is a couch. I haven't checked, but I believe it is a pull-out sleeper, so we'll check that later. And then here is going to be the full kitchen. So in the kitchen, you're gonna have a fridge, stove, there's a dishwasher. So lots of stuff if you wanna stay in and eat it all. I will come out and show you guys the balcony here at the end, but the balcony is gonna go all the way from this side through to the bedroom side. In the bedroom, you're gonna have a large bed. You're gonna have the 2 nightside stands. There's gonna be going out to the balcony. And then here is a TV in here as well. And then if I just turn all the way around, you're gonna have the main bathroom, so the one right off the bedroom. So this is a really large bathroom. You're gonna have a sink. There's a walk-in shower with the tub. I really like the Lion King details here that you have here. And then there will be a toilet in the corner. So there's a lot of space. The last thing I wanted to show you is just that balcony. So I'll come back out here to the living room space and I will walk outside and show you that. So here is the outside balcony and it's currently raining a little bit. It's sunny but it's raining, but you also have the chair over here. All right, everyone, we have a Disney first. This is our first time ever doing laundry on Disney property. So we've never been at one of the DVC places that had it. I wanted to point out a couple other nice things about this room. So there are some really cute Lion King touches. So this is on the bed frame. So that's such a cute little Lion King touch. Now it's become a game and we're finding the Lion King stuff everywhere. So this is under the TV. And then there's also these on the seats. So I'm loving all these details. So all over the room, there are a bunch of USB ports. That is really nice for just charging stuff. This is the desk in the bedroom space. I just wanted to point out one more kind of like hidden Mickey detail. So carved into the desk, you have the Mickey, which is just, again, such an awesome little touch that we didn't notice at first, but now we're finding all the little hidden stuff. One thing that's different now with the new safety precautions is that all of the remotes have this packaging on them. So it's gonna have a clean sticker, and I also noticed these clean stickers in the shower, so I will show you those as well. In the shower, you have the H2O products, so they're the big bottles, and then on the top they have a plastic covering, and then it has that clean sticker. So you know that they have been cleaned, so even though they're gonna be like multi-use products in here, it does show that kind of the housekeeping came in, went through, and everything is clean and safe for you to use. We are back at our room, and we're actually really glad that we just came back here. It was hot, we needed a break, but now it's raining again, so it's actually perfect because I think with the rain coming down, we wouldn't have been able to do much at Animal Kingdom anyways. Our room here is huge, so we have plenty of space to spread out. There's the 2 full baths. I wanted to just talk a little bit about like how we got this room. So with Disney and all of the hotel reservations, it was basically, they only honored the reservations that were made prior to everything happening. And so we had booked a Port Orleans Riverside a long time ago, and that whole resort is not currently open. So when we called to get our resort changed to one of the ones that was available, they put us in Kadani Village, and they said at the time the only rooms that were available were 1 bedrooms. Was that okay? And we're like, yes, absolutely. And so again, just because a lot of the resorts currently aren't open, that was the option Disney gave us. It wasn't any additional charge for us. If you wanted to not take the option that they offered, so again, for us, they offered this room here at Kadani Village. If we didn't want it and we wanted to stay at, say, the Contemporary, they could have potentially changed it to Contemporary as well, but you would have had to pay like the difference in price. So that's kind of the reason that we are here tonight. So we're looking forward to it. Right now, we're just going to kind of relax, cool off a little bit. It got really hot there, like after the rain, the humidity picked up, so we just needed a break. Came back here, we're gonna rest, and then we're gonna go back, kind of close out the night. We're gonna try to do a couple more rides. Like I think hopefully we'll get on like Dinosaur and Everest, walk around, the guys want to take some pictures, and we'll just kind of see what the end of the night looks like for, I guess, the new normal here at Disney.
And we are back at Animal Kingdom. Gonna spend the next hour and a half or so here, probably go on a ride or 2, walk around, definitely take some pictures before the park closes, and catch up with our friends.
Thank you for visiting us today. Just a few reminders.
We are back in Animal Kingdom. We have about an hour and a half left. We might try to jump on a ride, and then the park closes at 6, so the guys are gonna try to stay and take a couple pictures, maybe for about half hour after, and then tonight we're just gonna go back, relax at the resort, grab some food, and get a good night rest before going to Magic Kingdom tomorrow.
So I don't know how it's possible, but there's even fewer people here this afternoon than there were this morning. It's just absolutely empty, and it's only 4:30 in the afternoon on a weekend in July.
We just got off of Everest, and we were the only ones on it minus one person in the back row. So I don't know why they sat us in rows 3 and 4 when 1 and 2 were available, but that's where they told us to go, so that's where we went. But it was very, very empty, so walked right on it, nobody else on the ride. Did you guys get it? You got it?
All right, so we have not been into Dinoland yet. We are gonna stroll over here and check it out. I don't know if we're gonna go on Dinosaur today. We might save that for Tuesday or whatever day we're back here again, because at this rate, we're not gonna have anything new to do. But we are gonna check it out, and I can tell you right now that there are 0 people in Dinoland. Literally 0. It is us in our party and not another person here. So we'll kind of show you what that looks like. And there's our party. The only people in Dinoland.
I know, there's nobody else here.
All right, so I guess there's really no reason to be in Dinoland. Primeval World's closed. All of this is closed. The only thing open is the Triceratops spin, but I don't see anybody on it. Occasionally you see somebody walk out from Dinosaur, and they just kind of come this way, but yeah, there's nothing really to do over here, so it's not surprising it's empty. So Flame Tree is open, taking mobile orders. They have a limited menu, as you can see here.
Oh, I didn't realize. So you didn't like the ride?
And then you just get in line, pick up your item, and all the seating is available. The outdoor seating just to the left of the barbecue place. Here's the crowds on the walkway into Pandora. The park is still open for another half an hour. We are gonna head over, grab some food. We're in Pandora right now. We just mobile ordered at Satuli. It's about 15-20 minutes before the park closes. There's nobody here in Pandora. Once we eat, Jeff and I, the other Jeff, are gonna take some pictures around Pandora before we head out for the evening.
We just put in a mobile order for Satuli, so we did the I'm here, and now we're just waiting for it to be ready. We'll go in, grab it, and then we'll sit outside and have our dinner.
Mobile order's ready. You come on into Satuli, wait on the markers, even with a mobile order, and they're gonna direct us to the exact register where we pick it up. All right, and we just come right in. Food is waiting for us at the counter. Couldn't be any easier. Beverages are all being served outside. Proceed to the next beverage island. And there's a bunch of cast members out here helping you with your drinks. Just 2 glasses of water for us, please. Yes. Yeah, so they just ask what drinks you had, and they get it ready for you. Very easy. I got the chicken and noodles. Sarah got tofu and noodles. We are sitting outside, and this is our table right next to us. It's another table which says, for your health and safety, this table is not available. And these tables are spaced out every other one. So this one here has it. And it's just kind of keeping the social distancing outside as well.
We just finished up our dinner at Satuli, and it was so good. Jeff and I actually recently in our How We Disney ranked our favorite quick service locations. We had all of them different except for number 1, which was Satuli. So it was an easy choice for dinner. Jeff and them are now gonna go take some pictures around the park. It's officially park closed, so we're just gonna kind of wander around with them before heading out of Animal Kingdom Day 1 official open. I can't believe it's already done. And then we're gonna go back to the hotel, relax for a bit, go to bed, and tomorrow we're at Magic Kingdom. It's officially after park close, and Pandora is so beautiful. Here's what's the post park close. He's doing a hyperlapse, so that's why he looks so weird.
All right, that is the end of the day here from Animal Kingdom. It's about 40 minutes after park close. we hung around just to take a few extra photos. We probably would have stayed longer, except that the sky is getting really dark. I'm pretty sure it's gonna storm on us before we get back to the car. But we had a great day here. Tomorrow we are heading over to Magic Kingdom early in the morning, so we'll bring you along then. Thanks.